We made it through from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's the Marty Sheargold Show. Marty Sheargold Show. Let's all take our shirts off and get ready for the weekend. It's the Marty Sheargold Show. Marty Sheargold Show.
Yes, Marty, time for the weekend. Here we are, made it through another week. How are you?
Every week's a good week.
It sure is, isn't it?
Every week's a good week.
Oh, and I love this. This is my favourite time of the week.
Friday.
Get excited mid-afternoon on Friday.
God, I tell you, if you're at work now, I'm not being rude. You're an idiot.
A lot of people still WFHing.
Oh, mate.
Not here.
I would be a Friday WFH bandit.
You sure would be.
As I've always said, Thursday lunchtime,
Yeah.
guys, I
Yeah.
can't believe it. This guy wants to see me off site. I've had it with this bloke, but I feel like if I don't go and see him, it's going to become a bigger issue. So I'm going to shoot off and do that. I don't even know if I'll get back in the Savo.
Yeah. But as I say every week, I'll be on email.
I'm on email, and I guess the next time I'll see you is
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah. I'm WFHing Friday, Monday. Catch you, guys.
Top 3 at 3. Here's some of the things that are making news for us, Marty.
An Oklahoma man's family has surprised him with a Guinness World Record for his collection of nearly 9,000 different bricks.
A strange thing to collect.
He's a brick collector.
He's a brick collector, yes.
Clem Reinkenmeyer,
Yeah.
87,
Okay.
was out of town when his daughter gathered a group of friends to count and document each item in his Tulsa brick barn. His collection, which he's been amassing for over 40 years, includes a Roman brick from AD 100, but most date from the last few hundred years.
Oh, here's Clem.
Oh, Jesus
very-
Christ. Have a look at his brick collection. It's extraordinary.
Huge big shed out, so a big warehouse type
Well
thing.
organised.
Yeah.
One of his favourites is a sidewalk brick made at a Washington facility located where the Pentagon now stands.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Lovely bit of trivia attached to that. It's a beautiful space. I mean, it's almost too nice a space to just have 8,000 bricks in. It's actually beautiful. I don't know why they've made it a brick barn. But there's Clem, loving life, 87.
Yeah.
All he wanted to do was get all the bricks he wanted, and he's done it.
Yeah, good on
Oh, I
him.
hope his kids are as into the brick collection
Yeah.
as he is, because
Oh, imagine turfing it out.
Oh,
What do you
take-
do?
We
that
want to
would
use the barn, Jenny.
build a new house with it all. Actually, that
That'd
might be
a lovely
good
monument,
idea,
wouldn't it? A lovely
Yeah.
monument to Clem.
Yeah.
To build a structure using all
His
of the
bricks.
perhaps some sort of thing you could bury him in. Isn't that your idea as
Yeah, I
well?
want to be in a sort of a
Mausoleum.
mausoleum
Yeah.
above the ground.
Yeah.
Or ferried between my daughters in an urn.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
They
okay.
take turns.
in a limo.
That's the current conversation.
Okay, good one.
Recently, coming in at number 2, a massive 32,000 square metre Bunnings warehouse in Shell Harbour sold for $40 million.
Wow, what? Good
That
investment.
feels affordable.
Well, because he lives. And that's just for the actual
I
real
mean, a few
estate.
of us go in it.
Of course. Well, yeah, and you're getting an anchor tenant.
Oh my
Bunnings.
God, you're getting one of the great tenants.
They're not going
You
anywhere.
can stick it to them, rent-wise.
Yeah.
It was bought by a private overseas investor. It's promised to generate a net yield of over 5% in 2025.
Wow, that's good.
It's the largest Bunning outlet to change hands in New South Wales in 3 years. It's a good deal smaller than Bunnings in Alexandria. Well, let's not get into the Bunnings sites.
No, don't need all the
I mean,
details.
I'm, as much as I love Bunnings, I'm not familiar with their Alexandria store, say.
Yeah, correct.
There are leasing options on this property for all the way up to 2078.
Wow, that's a
So that's
long-termer.
That sure is.
Good investment.
For $40 million.
Yeah. You guaranteed your income until, there you go.
I feel
27,
I feel like we've missed a trick here.
Commercial real estate. Well, we know, we've talked about Larry.
Yeah.
I was going to say Larry Mullen Jr.
No.
Larry Emder.
I was going to say Larry Hagman.
I saw a bloke the other day talking about a set of shops online that he bought.
Yeah.
Just in a bush town.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he knew there was a BWS or a Thirsty Camel there that attracted big business.
Yeah.
And so he just bought everything around it.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Are you saying we pool money, perhaps the three of us? Because you might have to do a bit of the heavy lifting.
Yeah, well, we'll cover you. We'll put something in place that covers you over a certain period of time, obviously, there'll be interest applied to that as you pay Troy and I back.
An ownership structure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We can strike that.
Believe me, you'll come out at the back end of that deal. But I'm telling you up front so you're aware. A new species of frog has been named after Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Isn't this interesting?
Wow.
The species, which has only just been discovered in Ecuador, is named Philonastis DiCaprio, which is the DiCaprio in his name, obviously.
Yeah, right.
After the actor in tribute to his environmental work.
Ah.
Was found in the Western Mountain Forest in the province. See, it's amazing that we're still finding new things, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. What about the Amazon, though? There's so many
there'd be
things
so
to
much
discover
stuff in there we've never even heard of.
Yeah.
It's small and it's brown with darker spots on its body. Is that a photo of it there?
Yeah, there's the Leo.
And it'll only date younger frogs.
All right, you're up to date. There's some of the headlines for your Friday.
Top 3 at 3.
Weekday afternoons from 3 o'clock here at Triple M. It's the Marty Sheargold Show.
What's on the back page?
Friday Arvo sporting update. What's going on in the wide world of Will?
Thank you, Troy. The NRL preseason competition continues tonight, very shortly, in fact. The doubleheader out at Leichhardt. We have Manly and Penrith at 6 p.m. Sydney time, and that's followed by Tigers and the Eels. This is exciting for the Eels and the Dragons because they're both still in the hunt for this preseason challenge title, the championship, if they can win this one tonight. That keeps them alive.
What a meaningless title.
You get $100,000.
Oh, that's all right.
There you go.
You take $100,000.
Incentive.
I forgot about the $100,000.
Yeah, that's handy.
But both the Eels and the Dragons, strong performances in that first round, which keeps them alive. And then from an Eels perspective, which you are, Marty, you get to see former Dragon Zach Lomax step out in his first game in Eels colours, as well as the former Shark Jack Williams. So, bit to keep your eye on tonight out at Leichhardt.
Interesting to see how the Tigers go too. Not that I want them to go well.
Yeah.
But God, that club's in turmoil.
Don't they need a bounce?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what. If ever they needed any win is a win for them. It's a bit like my boys in the AFL North.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd take anything. I heard the intra-club was amazing. We had a win there.
Unfortunately, they were just playing against North.
Doesn't matter. Still, some of the North boys had a win.
Oh, my God. North boys were dominating all over the park.
They're still on the piss.
Pre-season, it's a time for hope.
They had a mad Monday.
But in the NRL preseason, the team in the box seat to defend their title is the Broncos as the preseason challenge champions, which I'm sure they're very excited about, following their 50-12 win against the Titans last week. But superstar Reece Walsh.
What's going on with Reece Walsh?
He's hit back at the claims that the Broncos have a bit of a rock star attitude, that their egos are a bit out of check. Of course, we saw some questions raised about the Broncos following that terrible season last year.
Well, they got rid of Kev.
Yeah, got rid of Kev in the
I wouldn't
off-season.
have thought Kev would have put up with much rock star gear.
That's what I would have thought. But then Michael Maguire has obviously stepped in, and then he's quickly banned players from taking their shirts off at training, which was one thing. Apparently, abs are banned at Broncos training.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of tanning that seems to go on in elite sport.
Yeah, Michael Maguire has cited a bit of a sponsor issue there, which I'm sure was a factor, but now it's tops on at Broncos training. It's also suggested that players were painting their nails and wearing sunglasses at night, indoors, that kind of thing he wasn't a big fan of.
I know, I agree with him.
That's a bit rock star.
That's very rock star. Men painting their nails, no, that's a lady's thing to do.
But that's what Reece Walsh does.
Well, then he's a lady.
And he turned up to the 23 grand final, hopped off the team bus.
Oh, that's right. He had his big sunnies on.
So whether Michael Maguire is turning that ship around it remains to be seen. But Walsh appeared on a Channel 9 podcast called Marley and Me with Nine's Marley Silver, and he said a lot of this off-season has been about rockstar this, rockstar that. If you sit down and have a chat to any of us here at the Broncos, the boys would say, and we'd be able to change your mind real quickly about the rockstar attitude. And he says, I love sitting on a ride-on lawnmower on a Sunday with a cowboy hat on and mowing the lawn instead of being at the pub in Burleigh.
Rockstar.
So I think... But you have the same attitude.
Mate, if you're a lawnmower, you're a friend of mine.
Spot on. So we'll see how they go this week in the NRL as well. A lot of pre-season action to unfold.
Bring it on, William.
The Marty Sheargold Show, Triple M.
Weekday Arvos from 3 o'clock here at Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. Let's do the last three-way of the week. Marty, let's get into it.
Jiggy Wiggles, the heat is on. It's time for a three-way.
When it's in a three-way.
All right, the Marty Sheargold Show merch pack, which is great. You've got the white T-shirt on.
I've got the white on
love.
today. Do you get a choice if you win the merch pack, or is it just sent out?
I think it might be just sent out. What have we got hanging around in the cupboard, I think?
Yeah. Well, you get the shirt.
You get the shirt, definitely. I think there's the cap as well.
Yeah, I think there's a stubby holder
The
in there.
stubby holder.
It's great. Yeah, Uncle Rico, if you want to see some of this stuff.
Yeah,
Good
they
on
are-
Uncle Rico.
They are hot. Both my brothers are plumbers, and their colleagues are continually texting me. When can I get them?
Yeah.
I'd send them to Uncle Rico.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah.
Jeez, you're good at that.
Always a salesman.
Never a sale.
Gone. All right, she's back.
You'll spend this tonight celebrating on Carlisle Street, ladies and gentlemen.
Jan is back, Marty.
Jan, it feels like I just spoke to you.
And the whole day's gone by.
Oh, Jan. Jeez, you're good.
Welcome back.
Jan, it's the Uncle Rico retro Marty Sheargold gear in the pack.
Right.
It's a good prize. I mean, it doesn't feel like anyone's working on prizes on this show sometimes, but this is a good one, Jan.
bottle voucher would be good.
I know.
Well, that was yesterday. Yeah, but today's the merch pack.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
All right.
You know, if you're really upset, you can email a guy called George and ask him to do something, Jan.
Righto.
All right.
Got to win first.
Paul.
Yeah, that's right.
Paul is in Yarra Junction. Hello, Paul.
How you going, Marty and team?
Mate, never better, Paul.
Good for a Friday.
Happy Friday to you too, my friend. What do you do for a living, Paul?
Truck driver, Marty.
God, I love truck drivers.
Well, he said truck.
What size truck?
Oh, it's only a little truck. It's only a little tip truck.
Yeah, they're fun though. Whenever I get tan bark or soil, the man
That's
turns
it.
up in the tip truck.
Yeah.
There's a skill in those too.
Oh, sure. You have to be able to manoeuvre it.
Absolutely. And you got to tip it. You got to tip it right.
Park it anywhere, mate.
Yeah, good man.
What's usually in the back of your tip truck, Paul?
Oh, just big rocks.
Oh, you're a rock
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
What sort of dog you got, Paul?
Haven't got a dog on this one.
No,
That's
what sort
mine.
of dog
That's
is that
Jan's.
barking at?
No.
Oh, is that
That's
your dog,
mine, I
Jan?
think.
What sort of
Mine.
dog you got, Jan?
I've got two here. One's a spoodle and one's a cavoodle.
Yeah.
Awful dog.
Oh, that's so awful.
Awful dogs. Here we go, Jan. Jan
Right,
v.
here we
Paul.
go.
Name as your buzzer. Best of three, first of two. Curveball sent in by Kieran on the Instagram. Thank you, Kieran.
Good on you, Kieran.
Name as your buzzer. Question one. Detroit, Balmain, Richmond.
Paul,
Paul!
cities in the US.
No.
Ah,
Jan?
yes.
Suburbs of Melbourne.
No. They're sporting clubs called the Tigers.
Right.
Now I'm hearing it. Here we go. Right. Question two. Come on, guys. Stay with me. Jan v. Paul. Accord, Civic, CRV.
Jan. Hondas.
Oh, Jan! Digging it. Into the bleachers.
That was quick.
That was too fast.
Jan's on the board. She could win it here, Marty.
Question three. Apollo, Poseidon, Zeus.
Nah, don't know that one.
No.
No.
You don't have to know it. Jan's won it.
Oh, I win by not knowing.
Well done, Jan.
You got the merch pack, Jan.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm hearing you, Jan. Email George, let him know.
Paul, would you like to come back for another crack at it next week?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
The Marty Sheargold Show, Triple M.
Weekday afternoons from 3 on Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. Marty, it's a Friday. That means it is time for one of my favourite parts of the show, the socials.
Always lovely to hear from the listeners.
It really is, isn't it?
They contact us predominantly these days through
Insta. At Marty Sheargold Show.
William reads all of your messages.
Yes.
I love the messages.
Does a wonderful job.
Sure do.
Brings them to the table.
Yep. Show and tell sometimes as well.
We do this every day on the podcast.
Yeah, we do.
If you want to hear more of it, get it from the listener app. Be available early evenings, Marty.
Early evenings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There was a video that went
How are
up.
the numbers on the podcast?
Numbers are flying.
Right.
Oh, yeah. If you're not on it, you're not a fan.
Yeah. I'm hearing you.
But also listen live.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
So true.
Do both if you
We're
can.
right here now, live.
Beautifully said, William.
A video went up on the Instagram. Some great content going out from our mate, Kalen.
Yeah,
And-
Kalen, who's our new digital guy, and I apologise, I thought his name was Galen.
Yeah, you called him that for 2 weeks.
And I've since found out it's Kalen.
Yeah.
Stupid name. But.
I've shown you his website too.
You have.
And the songs that
You
he was...
seem very interested in Galen.
I've never met him.
Yeah.
He's in a different state.
I know.
He's doing some
I think
great work.
You might be lucky to be in a different state.
So Kaylin's put up a video on the Instagram that's done well of you suggesting that childbirth isn't much of a challenge, and a lot of people were laughing along, taking it in.
There's always a few that are.
There's a few that aren't, but then we also had Ursula who has an idea, a radio idea. Okay, Marty, time to get him on the childbirth simulation machine to test it out, just to see how hard childbirth
Next level
is.
it.
So we want to next level it. I just wanted your response to that.
No.
It's not happening.
No.
Yeah.
It's not a right of reply, guys. It's my show.
I knew that would be a no.
I'm not. You know who should do that? Tommy. Tommy and Carol.
This is from Matt. Hey team, I know you guys have frequent lookalikes that are sent into the show, which we love.
Yeah.
But I may have inadvertently come across a sound-alike with Marty moonlighting as a children's song performer. If this isn't Marty singing Gerald the Giraffe, then fair dinkum, that will do me. So here is the song that Matt has sent in.
All right, here it is.
Gerald the giraffe.
Oh my God.
There's a bit of me.
I'm a giraffe. I'm a friendly giraffe.
I hear
and
it.
my neck is 6 feet long.
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh, yeah, I
it.
can
wait
definitely.
4 legs, 2 horns. I've got a little tail and sticky out ears. I'm a giraffe.
Wait this bit.
Yeah.
That's I can hear you.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Who
I
is
really-
that?
We don't know. It's from Little Songs for Little Ones, but I couldn't find any credits on the album. But
Uncredited.
I think Matt's
Wow.
on something. Are you moonlighting? Cost of living crisis.
Good money and kids stuff.
Because he lives.
Second job. This is a question from Lachlan or Teddy. He says, "Hey, Sheargolders, question time.
Yeah.
When the callers get faded out,
Yeah.
does Marty give Troy the nod, or does Troy take initiative?"
We do both.
Yeah, I think
Right.
it's the
Yeah.
answer is a combination. of
We
both.
do both.
Yeah,
because we both have an internal clock that starts screaming at us.
Yes. Yeah.
After years of being on
It
air.
really does, doesn't
Where
it?
we're just like, okay.
It's been on too long. And sometimes I give Marty courtesy fingers.
Yeah.
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 Which are lovely. And then he tells me how the time's going.
This is a first-time message
That's why
from
he calls
Jeff.
me the bowling ball. Time to bowl, old 10-pin. First message from who?
Jeff.
Good on you, Jeff.
Come bowling.
He just says, "Wish I lived on this street," and then he sent through this street sign that he found.
What's it called?
It's Mount Me Street. So anyway.
Mount Me Street.
Yeah, well done, thanks, Jeff.
That's fun.
And finally from our mate Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo, the voice
how's
of
how's
European
Mr.
cricket.
the voice of European cricket. We love Maximo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
He's given us our team.
he did this time last week. I announced that we had drawn a team in the Superfan draw of the European cricket competition coming up soon.
Yeah.
And then Vinny has since replied. He says, "Hey, Will, I think he might have drawn a bit of a lemon."
Oh, no.
We
Who's
find
our
out-
team?
Malo, Malo from Portugal. We are in the same pool as Roma CC, and apparently they have a guy that has played 170 games for the Sri Lankan national team, including
Jesus.
captaining their T20 international side a few months ago.
Well, he
So-
shouldn't be allowed to play in the European Cricket League.
So unfortunately, Malo might be in a bit of trouble. And he also says,
Hang
fun
on.
fact,
If you have to be, do you have to be,
an amateur?
well, I was going to say native to that part of the world?
No, I'm not sure. I don't
Like
know
if you're in Malo and
Yeah.
they're from Portugal, do you have to be Portuguese?
I don't think that's the case. We've seen some of these players that have rolled through.
So ring-ins are allowed.
I think it's just a club. I think they're clubs.
It's disappointing.
It is disappointing. He also says, fun fact, malo in Portuguese literally translates as bad. So we've drawn,
Well, you never know.
we've drawn bad cricket
Maybe
club.
Mr. Sri Lanka might miss that game.
Yeah. But then he sent through a piece of content which really made me giggle. It's a piece of European cricket content that I hadn't actually seen. So we see here, as I play it through GST or
Oh,
Got it
keeper
on.
gets hit in the face.
yeah.
Batsman runs through.
John Quinn was
Keeper's
taken one
still
on the head.
down.
He's bleeding, unfortunately. I think the
Ball comes
medics
back
are
in.
there
Not nice to see.
They're waving
Just
to the
needs time
stands.
just
With
to sit him
fun.
down.
Just to sit him
Keeper's,
down, yeah.
keeper's got to be
Just sit
60.
down, calm
He's an
down,
old
be
man.
Walking around. Never
He's
nice to
walking
see any
to the
injuries, and that's
sideline with
second
his
one in this series we've seen
hand
where a fielder has
up to
taken
his
the ball.
forehead. And he bumps in to the first aid guy and falls back over. Extraordinary stuff.
Extraordinary
And that's why we love the European
cricket.
Good socials, will you? All right. Get your messages coming through to us at Insta at Marty Sheargold Show.
Only the echoes of my mind. The Marty
Sheargold Show. Triple M.
Getting you home this afternoon on Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. Remember the podcast, always up there, available for you early evenings. If you miss any of the show during the week from the listener app, Marty.
Please do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please. There's always more content.
Always there.
Listener messages.
Yep.
Stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Fun.
Bonus
Things you missed.
content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets a bit risky, gets a bit fruity.
Sure does.
Gordon Sumner, better known as Sting, has a very eclectic taste in music, and I'm looking at his 10 favourite songs of all time, and I'd have to agree.
Oh, my God.
But I thought it'd be fun to just walk through Sting's 10 favourite songs of all time.
Eclectic is the word.
Yeah.
But I think it's all about, as he says here, each of these holds a special place in his personal history.
Yeah, right, okay.
So, you know, it's like House of Pain for me. I lived in a group house with 5 other blokes.
Yeah.
We used to play it 20 times in a row when we
Yeah.
were off our face. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's that kind of gig.
Personal connection.
Personal
Of
connection.
course. Yeah. Walk down memory lane.
It's like Torn for when Natalie and Bruglia and I were dating.
Yeah.
Briefly.
And you were lying naked on the floor.
Yeah. Desperate and torn. I don't know why I was torn. Neither do I. But I've got the scar. Right up me tape.
That's why you love Scar, Missy Higgins.
That's why I love Mr. Higgins.
Oh, that's your walk-on song.
Yeah. That's why I love Tainted Love.
Don't be doing that.
Don't be doing that, guys. Don't be speaking to me like that.
Ain't no sunshine.
Take no sunshine when she's gone.
When he's gone.
Here's Sting's very eclectic top 10.
Yeah.
Shaggy featuring Rick Rock.
Wow.
It wasn't me. In his top 10.
I mean, this is a good song.
But it's not top 10.
Not at all.
No one's putting this top 10, are they?
Unless he's padding around the kitchen while he's making carbonara for his lady.
Him, maybe.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah. You painted a pretty fun picture there.
Is he veggie? I know he's a yogi.
Sting?
I know he's a yogi.
I don't know if he's veggie.
I think he is.
I mean, he's very fit. He's always been pretty healthy, hasn't he?
He's on a strict macrobiotic diet.
I don't even know what that means.
His personal chef makes him mock tuna wraps and crunchy soup.
Oh, well, he's not veggie then. Did you just say
he's
tuna
not,
wraps?
He's not a regular vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of grains and vegetables.
Jeez, he looks fit though.
Oh, he does.
Coming in at number 9, Peter Gabriel.
Sledgehammer. This is a good track.
I mean, it's a great track.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could squeeze it into my top 10. Number 8, The Human League.
Oh.
Don't you want me? Eurythmics, number 7.
Oh, yeah.
I love Annie Lennox. What a voice. So far, I don't think I got one of these in my top. This might feature in your top 10. Number 6, George Michael.
This definitely would be in my top 10.
Would it really?
Yeah. The Georgie.
You're a sax man.
Any of these in your top 10, Will?
Not even close. Wow. But that's not strange.
No.
You having a
different
brat summer.
generation.
My brat summer.
He's Charlie XCX, mate. He hasn't got round to Careless Whisper this summer. Pet Shop Boys at 5. This is a great track.
It is.
This is an interesting one. Jerry Rafferty, Baker Street. This is a fantastic song.
Well, that's another heavy sax song.
It is.
Number 4.
Is that a panpipe?
Bob Marley and the Wailers at number 3. No Woman, No Cry.
Yeah.
Here we go, number 2. Procol Harum. Not Old Mate's version.
No. Yes. Oh, stop.
His arms used to be like that when he sang. What was his name? People just screaming
on
at their
Google,
radios. But I cannot remember his name. Joe Cocker.
Oh, Joe Cocker.
The number one song in Sting's list of his favourite songs of all time, Otis Redding.
So I'm just gonna sit on that dark little bed.
Oh, we've got our own version of this,
Watching the tide.
which probably should stay off air.
Sitting on the dark
Just replace Doc and Bay.
wasting time.
Do you have a favourite?
Now I'm going to play you my favourite
Your favourite one.
Sting song.
This one right
I
here.
hate to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me.
This is a great. I do know this song. This is a great song. Sax.
I hate to say it,
This is a great
I
song.
hate to say it, but it's probably me.
Interesting list. Very hard to
Yeah.
put a top 10 together, isn't it?
Okay, Sting owning his 10 favourite songs of all
I
time.
hate to say it, but it's probably me.
And a bonus one from Marty.
Yeah.
92 point. On Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show.
Getting you home this afternoon on Triple M for your Friday. It is the Marty Sheargold Show. Let's do this. What are the chances? Marty, we love What Are the Chances? Strange coincidences in life, and I love you singing along with the opener as well.
Mate,
it's great.
It's a great Friday
Yeah.
one because it gets you thinking.
It sure does.
Fridays can be quite nostalgic.
Yep,
Think back on your week,
of course.
perhaps your month.
Yeah.
Start to think back on your life.
I don't have great short-term memory.
Oh, God, neither.
I
Yeah.
have a patchy memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember things from a long
I
time
remember
ago. It's
stupid things.
clear as day.
Yeah, I remember people's names and just
You
ridiculous
really
stuff.
do. You're very good with
But
names.
if you know, I was talking to my sister the other day and she
Yeah.
was like, "You remember this? Da-di-da-di-da-di-da." And I was like,
You had no recollection of it.
None.
I find that if someone reminds me of it, that will trigger my memory.
Yeah. That's why I like
But-
to take just a photo of like a particular setting.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, so I'll remember that dinner party.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, you delete it, Marty, because you don't have anything in your
I never
phone.
take
Delete
photos.
everything.
Oh, yeah. Never take photos at all?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
No, only of the kids, really.
Even on holidays?
No, I was
Yeah.
there, you know.
Yeah.
That's my thing about photos. I was there. And when am I ever going to actually sort of roll back through them?
Yeah.
No, that's true. I like when Facebook memories come up and I posted something that's like 12 years ago on this day. This happened. I'm like, oh, I remember that.
All I think is, gosh, you've put on weight. That's all I think. You look foul.
The aging process isn't great.
Stop taking shirtless mirror photos.
I mean, what's happened to you? Stop taking photos in front of the oven. Private joke between the three of us has yet to be discussed publicly.
I love it. Hopefully it will
Until
come
the
out one
pain
day.
wears off.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Here's a great what are the chances from a retired lieutenant called Gene Eister. And he's an American bloke.
Yeah.
He found himself thinking about a newborn who he'd rescued 24 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd rescued the boy as an infant and always yearned to know what had become of the child. Well, he got his answer 24 years later.
Yeah.
It began in 2000. He received a call that was one of the strangest calls, he says, I think I've ever had. We'd found a baby in a box.
like at the footy.
No, no, not a corporate box. No, a box. Nice, William. And like every other person, even Eister was keen to know what had become of the boy years later. The boy was titled Baby Boy Doe. Of course, a reference to the John Does. Eister did his duty and took the abandoned baby from his card box to a hospital.
Wow.
Cardboard box to a hospital.
Yeah.
He went back and visited a newborn, took him a teddy bear. He just a symbol to let everyone that walked past know that he was cared about. And he remembered calling him Baby Jesus. Okay, let's not get...
Well, he wasn't a fan of Baby Boy Doe.
Ah, right.
Ah, right,
So he
okay.
flipped it.
Yeah.
I don't like that bit. There were no records of the boy, and Eister, unfortunately, had no way to find out how he'd been doing. And I wondered, what did he turn out to be? And God forbid, have I ever arrested him? And was he still alive?
Yeah.
All of those questions you'd ask yourself.
Yeah.
It was 2019, after his retirement, that the officer was rewarded for his kindness. In a heart-melting sight, he received a call from one of the officers to let him know about Matthew Hedges Stewart. Stupid, no.
From Gene Eister.
Who was a rookie cop.
Oh.
He goes, "You're not going to believe this, but baby Jesus is sitting next to me right now. He's my rookie."
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What are the chances?
Stuart had learned about Oyster after he grew up whilst tracking down his history. The old man was deeply moved by this moment of fulfillment and joy. Having lost his son shortly before he could receive the news, he was delighted to find another son,
Figure.
in Stuart. Stuart
Wow.
Hedges. So isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. I love
He
that.
came back into his life as a rookie police officer.
Yeah.
And the kid, partly shaped by him,
Yes.
had decided to join the force.
I love that.
What are the chances?
That's a great one. That's the sort of thing we're looking for.
I am exhausted.
This afternoon, give us a call, 1-333-53. We will take your calls next on Triple M. Weekday afternoons from 3 here at Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show.
What are the chances?
Strange, amazing coincidences in life. We love it for Friday afternoon, Marty. Just shared a great story with us.
Mate,
Yeah, that's a ripper.
police officer finds kid in box,
Yeah.
sends to hospital. Kid turns up 25 years later as a policeman with an old mate of his.
Isn't that amazing?
What are the chances?
That's what we're looking for. 1-333-53 or get in touch through Insta at Marty Sheargold Show. Adam is with us, Marty, from Perth.
Hello, Adam.
Shigsy, boys.
How you going, mate?
Well, thank you. Well,
Adam, have you got a what are the chances for us?
I do. So, 2010, I was backpacking through Europe as a younger 20-year-old. Went over to Morocco for a look and tried my hand at some street food. Ended up being sick for 2 or 3 days.
Of course. What'd you eat?
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be chicken, which was a bad choice, but would hate to think
Could
what
be
it was.
anything. Go on.
Ended up making the call to go to hospital because I just wasn't overly good after 3 days laid up in bed. Went to the local hospital, walked in. It was a little bit eerie. Wasn't the nicest hospital. Rung the bell, sat down, and a young nurse came out, similar age, in her 20s. Looked at me and said, "Go straight across town to the military hospital. Don't stay here because Westerners aren't necessarily, looked after too well." Went over, sorted out. 24 hours later, right as rain, back into my trip, came home.
Right.
12 years later,
Here we go.
2023, I was having dinner at a mate's place. His brother was in town from America, who a couple of years younger than me, so I knew him as well. But he was in for his wedding. Walked in with his new fiancée, bride-to-be, who was the nurse that looked after me 12 years in Morocco.
Wow.
The chances.
That's a great one,
I feel like I've heard this story.
or something like it.
Have you ever told me this story, Adam?
I flicked it through back when it happened in 2023 when you did What Are the Chances, and I think you touched on it then. Yeah.
Oh, I might have read it out.
It was,
maybe
it
you
was
did.
ringing a bell. This is
Yeah.
great, Adam.
Might have saved your life, Adam.
So 12 years later, how do you recognise each other?
Yeah, so she sort of was burnt into my brain, so she looked familiar. When she first walked in, we kind of looked at each other and thought, geez, how do we know each other? But can't do because, you're American, I'm Aussie. But I have a tattoo. I'm a diabetic, so I have a tattoo, medical alert, on my arm. She saw that on my wrist and said, you're the guy from Morocco. And then that was it.
Oh,
Amazing. That's extraordinary.
Yeah.
What's the tattoo on your wrist say?
It's a medical alert symbol and it just says type 1 diabetic. So if I'm in an accident or something, then yeah.
Because on my penis, Adam, I've got welcome to Jamaica. Have a nice day.
Plenty of room left too, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice one, Adam. Thank you for the call, Adam. What are the chances? 1-333-53. Get in touch with us through Insta. Joey is in Melbourne, Marty, with one for us.
Hello, Joey.
Hi, Marty. How are you?
Wonderful, Joey. How are you?
Not too bad.
Have you got a what are the chances for us, mate?
I do. I was in a cafe in Croydon last year, near where I grew up.
In Melbourne?
In Melbourne, yep. And there was a bookshelf with free books that you could read or borrow. And I spotted one that I read at high school, and I thought I'd, take a look at it. And I opened the cover, and there was a name inside, one of my best friends from primary school.
No way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That book had stayed in that area.
Yeah, it had.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so I hadn't seen her for more than 10 years, and I messaged her, and we've been chatting back and forth ever since, and finally caught up in January again.
Oh, wow.
And any funny business when you caught up?
Well, we're at a rodeo, so I'll say no more.
Oh.
Okay. A little bit of reverse cowgirl.
You wish.
Yes, I do, Joey.
Triple M.
Yes, I do.
Weekday afternoon since 3 on Triple M. It is the Marty Sheargold Show. Follow us on Insta.
What are the chances?
Got a good coincidence that's happened to you in life?
Where's that song from?
It's Duran Duran.
Is it?
Yeah. It's modern Duran Duran.
Modern Duran Duran?
Not one of my faves, that song. Not one of their big ones. Ordinary World. I liked Ordinary World. Duran Duran.
Ordinary World. Hum that one to me.
Oh, no, I'm not going to hum it. I'll see if I can find it for
Well,
you.
then sing it, goddammit.
You don't want to hear me sing. 13353. Those strange coincidences. Marty, we've had some great ones.
We've had
this
some
afternoon.
belters.
You got one on Insta, Will.
Yes, we had a couple. This is from Chris. Nice quick one. In my wife's mother's group, there are 3 different families with German Shepherds. There is one named Odin, another named Thor, and ours is called Loki. All from the Norse mythology, and they're also Marvel characters. I knew you wouldn't like it.
You'd have to be kidding, wouldn't you?
I'll go to the net. You'll like this one. All right, this is from Magpie.
Yeah.
Many years ago, on our Year 7 trip to the beach for the last day of the year, we were swimming about, and my mate noticed that he'd lost his watch in the surf. We all tried to find it, but had no luck. 2 years later, when in Year 9, my mate runs out into the water. I imagine they're on the same trip for the school again. And he steps on something straight away. He leans down to his surprise, picks up his own watch that he'd lost 2 years earlier.
Oh, that is extraordinary.
The same guy.
That
What are
is
the chances?
extraordinary.
I almost
That is
don't
great.
believe it.
Yeah, you calling bullshit on that one?
Bullshit.
Yeah, fair call. I'm with you.
All right, Murray.
Don't message us and lie, guys. That's not the point of the segment.
Murray's in New South Wales. Where specifically, Murray?
Utogan.
Whereabouts?
Near
that?
Maxwell. South of Coffs Harbour.
South of
right.
Coffs Harbour.
Beautiful.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
Murray. Have you got a what are the chances for us?
Yeah. 1965, Dad was in the RAF. He gets married. They get posted to Buttersworth in Penang, Malaya.
Yeah.
My sister was born in Malaya. Anyway, 21 years later, she's giving birth to her child in Brisbane. After a conversation with the midwife, they work out she delivered my sister.
Wow.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Bit of
What
a,
are the
yeah, it
chances?
had a,
Yeah, go on,
Sorry?
Murray.
yeah, no, they had a bit of a story in the Courier Mail, and
Oh,
Yeah,
so
whatever.
got a bit of coverage.
it did, apparently.
That's nice.
The profile.
Yeah.
21 years
Yeah.
apart.
That's
Oh.
phenomenal.
In different countries.
In different countries.
Yeah, completely different countries, yeah. A couple of
This-
thousand Ks.
It just doesn't even make any sense. The same woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phew, that's ladies for you.
The Marty Sheargold Show, Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show on Triple M.
Marty, a guy's got himself into a bit of trouble with a number plate, it would seem.
Yeah, we're going to actually play private
That's
plates.
coming up shortly.
Shortly.
Yeah, yeah.
But this leads us in there beautifully. Who's going to drive you home?
For Friday. Weekend is here, Marty.
Is this a creepy song?
It could be interpreted, I think, potentially as a creepy song. The cars?
Or is he just simply asking the question, who's going to drive you home tonight?
You right, sweetheart?
It's all context, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's have a look. It's a deep dive.
Hang what up?
You had?
Oh, the phone. Okay.
Who's gonna pay attention to your dreams?
Well, I don't want to hear about anyone's dreams.
Oh,
No.
my God. The dream chats?
No. We know you hate dreams.
This song's pretty innocent.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
is.
I think it's really just
I
who's
think
gonna
it's
do
just
it.
like a sort of a, hey, who's going to do all this stuff for you?
What are you
Yeah.
up to?
If it's not me.
Yeah.
It's quite sad in a lot of ways. It reeks of desperation. Be a man.
Drive it home.
Like, just drive it home or don't, but don't carry on about it.
That's better.
That's what we needed. Thank God. Some men. A supercar driver in Texas who splashed out on a license plate that reads 370H55V.
Yeah.
370H55V, have a think about it, has seen it cancelled due to obscenity. It's very clever.
It is.
Back in 2019, this has resurfaced, has it?
I think so.
Safer Hassan is his name.
Safer going to drive you home?
Is safer? Is it safer to drive with his son or his brother? Was sporting the registration plate on his Lambo before receiving a letter which read in part, "It's been determined that the personalisation is offensive." He was told to change it within 30 days before it becomes invalid. So what he's done is, if you flip that plate upside down, it actually reads arsehole.
Very clever.
It's very
It
clever.
is. Yeah. It's like one of those calculator tricks.
Yeah, it is. So the V55 becomes ASS. H is still H. 073 is O.
Ole.
I would never get it. Would you? I mean, I wouldn't
Not
get
in
it.
its current state.
No.
Because it needs to be flipped over.
It does. And when are you're not, I mean, seeing that in the revision mirror, it's not ever going to be flipped over.
No, it's going to be just reversed.
It's reversed.
So
Yeah.
someone, I don't know how you would work. You'd have to, how would you even know that that was arsehole unless you were in on the joke?
Or you're just doing a handstand nearby.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, good call.
Hang on, Hassan.
Hang on. Hang on, Safer. I don't think this is as safer as you reckon it is.
The private plates next.
The Marty Sheargold Show, Triple M.
Friday afternoon around Australia on Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. It's a good time. As good a time as any, Marty.
Yeah.
To do this.
Plates.
Friday Arvo. Private plates. Yeah. And Marty, you're hosting this one.
Yeah, I've gotten rid of Matthew. I love Matthew, don't get me wrong.
Well, we all love
Former
Matthew.
executive producer of the show, went into programming in what I've described as a sideways and down career move.
Yes.
Yeah. Lateral.
But he sucks the life out of the room.
Oh, I don't think he does.
No. Sometimes he comes in, I'm just like, oh, God, look at your little face.
That sound quite cool.
See what I mean?
I think he blows life into the room.
Yeah.
He blew. Listen, I don't always want him around. Okay?
But this is your game, Marty. You
Yeah.
you came up with this a few years ago. You basically
I just-
read out
it
a
hit
number
me.
plate.
It just hit me.
It hit you.
Yeah.
Sitting in a car park, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I just thought, Jesus Christ, I don't know what that private plate says.
Yeah.
I've got to go back to the guy.
Yeah.
And then as I thought that, I thought, you know what? There's a game in this.
Yeah.
And here it is.
Here it is, private plate.
And you're going to be playing for the Marty Sheargold Show merch pack as well, according to this bit of paper we have in front of us, which is very exciting.
Kirsty is our carryover champ. Does she win a merch pack every time she wins?
I think so.
I don't think so. We can't just punch 15 merch packs into Kirsty. Finally, when she loses, we'll give her one.
Okay.
Kirsty, how are you going?
I'm good. I don't know if I've got 15 in me, but thank you.
No.
Jim Boomba.
Yes.
Just out of Brizzy.
Just out of Brizzy. Beautiful part of the world. How's Brisbane going?
Oh, pretty good. I haven't got into the city much, but I could do with a little bit more cold weather than hot weather.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I'm hearing you. How have you got kids?
I've got one and one on the way.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ.
So you might need a couple of merch packs.
Yeah, good.
You might. But what you do need is a little break. Why don't you treat yourself to a staycation in Brisbane?
I'll hit my husband up. I'll tell him to do that.
What's he do?
He's a truck driver.
Oh, I love truck drivers. Is he away for like weeks at a time and then he comes in dusty pants and you guys get it on?
Not anymore.
That's some honesty,
That's
Marty.
a shame. That's a shame. This is what happens when kids are old.
Totally.
You come in your dusty pants thinking it's like the old days.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm so tired. Where have you been? You're making dinner.
Well, good luck, Kirsty. Simon is your competition today, Marty.
Hey, Simon.
Good afternoon. Love you long time.
Thank you, Simon.
Good on you,
Love
Simon.
you long time too.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, Simon?
I'm a digger operator.
Oh.
We put in water main, sewerage and stormwater in new estates.
Another one of my favourite
Yeah.
job ideas.
Yes. They're all good ideas.
Yeah, I don't want to actually do any of them.
You'd be
'cause-
good at doing them like per day, like one a day or something.
Or 1 day a week.
1 day a week.
Like a full part-time digger
Yeah.
/ truck driver.
Yeah.
Simon, here we go. Kirsty v. Simon. It's private plates time. I'll read out the number plate. You decipher it. You tell me what it is. Best of 3, first to 2. Just shout out your answer. Round 1. Here we go. ILYBBY.
I love you, best friend.
I love you, baby.
Yeah! Simon, you did all the work. And then Kirsty, classic Kirsty. One child and one on the way, just comes in over the top, sucks the life out of the whole joint.
The merch pack matrix.
I didn't know the
goes-
last one anyway. to be
Yeah,
fair.
well,
Yeah, fair enough.
fair enough.
Well, Kirsty can win it here, Marty. She gets this next one
I
correct.
hope she does.
Yeah.
I love chatting with Kirsty. I don't have any favourites. You guys know that.
Of course.
Here we go. To stay in it, Simon. To win it, Kirsty. G1VW4Y.
Give way.
Yeah!
Wow.
There you go.
She's good.
You,
She's
Kirsty.
good.
She's good, mate. See you next time, Kirsty.
Oh, thank you.
The Marty Sheargold Show. Triple M.
Getting home this afternoon on Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. Follow us on Insta at Marty Sheargold Show. And remember, the podcast always available for you. You miss out on anything through the listener at Marty.
Well, how's this? If this isn't a testament to Coldplay, I don't know what is.
Yeah, no.
A lot of people accuse Coldplay of being boring,
Yeah.
possibly putting you into a coma. Well, how's this?
What do you got?
A man was on the verge of losing his life
Yeah.
when Coldplay music began playing, and what happened next can only be described as magic.
Oh.
As per the New Zealand Herald, I mean, there's a newspaper I've never referenced before.
I've seen a couple of articles only recently from the NZ Herald.
Never heard of it.
Really? I wonder if they're like, are they the big paper in New Zealand?
Owned by the Murdochs?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Who owns the New Zealand Herald? This will be fun.
Yeah.
Owners, NZME.
Ah,
I think they own radio stations, actually.
radio and digital media business.
Yeah. There you go.
Ah. It's formerly part of ARN,
Oh, really?
the Australian Radio Networks. Going well for them. Dylan had met with a tragic accident and was in a coma when the doctors suggested something unusual, and it worked. He was in a coma for 4 days. He was critical. Many thought they'd end up, he'd lose his life. Well, it says here that they were going to pull the plug on him. Is that you, Nico?
Emotional.
Is that word for word from the article, or have you just thrown in a little bit of bloody
copy and paste.
Argentinian gear there? There was nothing his family could do in terms of regular treatment. He was in trouble.
Right.
Aaron Bode, who was Dylan's husband, then suggested that Coldplay music was something that Dylan loved.
Right.
And Dylan went on to have an unbelievable response to it. After 24 hours of listening to Coldplay, he began regaining movement and consciousness. He recalled his first signs of waking up to be playing air piano.
Yeah.
And it changed the whole course of the healing process.
Wow.
He added that doctors saw his movements to Coldplay's Fix You.
This one here.
And they told his husband he was showing signs of being awake. And he wanted to thank the band for their life-saving music. So when they went to see Coldplay in New Zealand in November, he held up a sign to the lead singer Chris Martin and other members so that they'd know the impact they'd had on his life. Your music woke me up from a coma. Can we sing about this magic together? And then they sat at the piano and sang one of the most impactful versions of Magic together.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow.
What a great
'Cause
story.
We saw the show and he would pull someone up out
Correct.
of the crowd because of their sign.
Yeah, with their own.
Yeah, the
story.
night I was there, it was two people had just gotten engaged or something.
Yeah.
We're just getting married. Have we got him singing Magic?
No, we don't.
Well, what's the point of the whole thing?
The Marty Sheargold Show on Triple M. On Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show.
Alrighty, Friday afternoon, Marty. Let's get some headlines. Some of the things happening.
Top 5 at 5.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Knock off time.
This one is over.
Sure is. Wow.
Hopefully you're heading home, if you're not already at home.
Yeah.
Feet up on a puff, enjoying a white wine.
PUFF.
And having a drink for yourself.
Oh, you brought two over.
A Dalmatian's become the internet's darling after a video of the dog sitting quietly in the Singapore Airlines business class. surfaced on social media.
Yeah, I saw this.
It showed the Dalmatian named Spotty flying in style for 5.5 hours from Singapore to Tokyo. He didn't even take a toilet break.
No. Mustn't have had a drink before he got on board. Unlike me.
Spotty's owner clarified, hello, Spotty is a registered service dog for those people who are asking. Singapore Airlines only allow fully vaccinated government vet certified registered service dogs in the cabin as far as I'm aware. Give us a look at Spotty there. He's a good boy.
I think she's a she, Spotty.
She's a good girl.
Good girl.
Isn't she?
And she's got 128,000 followers, I believe, on Insta.
Really?
Her own page. Had a look at it.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier.
At Spotty the Swiss Dalmatian.
Yeah, lovely. Well done, Spotty.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it a bit demeaning.
Well, mate,
She doesn't.
It's a service dog.
A lot of people behind Spotty.
Who would have happily sat next to Spotty's owner and got her a glass of water if she needed
I
one.
can calm her down.
Yeah, what's wrong? You anxious? Have one of these. What are you feeling right now? Tell me. Madam, can you get her a gin and tonic?
Make it two.
Make it two. And tell me what her name is.
Will's going to sample business class soon, Marty.
I know.
Used his
Mr.
time.
Mr. Pointy End.
Yeah.
A hand-painted Banksy painting from the collection of Blink-182's Mark Hoppus is heading to Sotheby's in London. It's estimated to fetch anywhere up to $9 million. It's called Vetriano, crude oil. It'll headline the house's modern and contemporary evening auction on March 4.
There it is.
So it's actually like a painting, which you don't see him do often, do you?
No, he's more of like a stencil kind of spray paint.
You think of him as a street art guy.
So it's a play on this old painting.
Right, okay.
And then he's
Then he's added a couple of guys rolling a barrel of oil through the front. Yeah, good, nice. Coming in at 3, an Oklahoma man's family has surprised him with a Guinness World Record for his collection of 8,000, nearly 9,000 different bricks. We talked about it earlier. Clem Reichenmeyer is 87. He just loved bricks.
Yeah.
He's a passionate brick lover.
Interesting thing to collect.
Yeah.
Bricks.
He goes as far back as Roman times with a couple of them.
I wonder what they'd be worth as a collection.
I can't imagine they've got a huge value.
No, people
maybe the
lining-
Roman one.
Yeah, because it's got some history.
You need to sell it to someone that has as much passion as Clem, and I'm not sure if that person exists.
No.
His favourite brick was from a sidewalk that used to be where the Pentagon now stands. He's a fun fellow. He's got a bit of a hunch.
He's 87.
He's 87. I'll cut him some slack, but it'd be lovely to see him stand up straight.
Do you have any collections, interests, Marty?
G-strings.
Yeah. How many have you got there?
Heaps. I souvenir them.
Yeah.
One for every lady. Every lady I've ever lived next to off their washing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, keepsake.
Yeah. Full snowdropper. Coming in at 4. Recently, a massive 32,000 square metre Bunnings has sold for $40 million.
Wow.
It was in Shell Harbour.
Yeah.
Now, I reckon, and I think I discussed this earlier, we've missed a trick here.
Mm.
We could have bought this for 40. Got a conglomerate together.
A consortium.
A consortium.
Yeah, you become a unit holder in a company.
Yes.
Yeah, that sort of structure.
40 blokes, $1 million each.
Yeah.
Just have passive income dribbling in.
Well,
Fine income.
found that the lease period is to 2078.
Yeah, about
wasn't
50 odd years.
it? Yeah.
If you're going to buy an income, what are you getting into? You know what I've been dabbling with lately?
What?
Laundromats.
Oh, yeah. But
See,
this is...
I've had this discussion with a mate. We were in the car wash game for a little bit, just researching.
Yeah, but I don't
Early
want
vote.
to. I like the idea of laundromats because I don't have to talk to anyone.
Laundromats, though, how many... I've never been to a laundromat when I'm at home. I've been to one overseas. I need to close.
Well,
clean
think
the
about
clothes.
all those people in flats that don't have washing
Oh,
machines.
well, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they must be all right. There's a million of them.
There is. Don't
Anyway.
have to staff them.
You don't have to staff
No.
them. You just turn up and grab the bloody notes. Although I suppose it's all
FPOS now.
FPOS now.
Digital, yeah.
Not the glory days of cash.
Apple
What do you
Pay.
Have you got a name in mind for your laundromat?
Yeah. I'm going to call it... What was the name of the girl that sang the song Laundromat?
I don't
Coin
know.
Laundry by
Yeah.
Lisa Mitchell.
Correct.
Yeah.
We call it Lisa's. People will go, why do you call it that? Surely that's not a reference to Lisa Mitchell's song Coin Laundry.
From about 20 years ago.
Just as I reckon it is. Good well done,
backstory.
chicks.
He's nailed that.
A new species of frog has been named after Leo DiCaprio. It's brown and it's got dark spots on it. It was found in the Ecuadorian forest, the Western Mountain Forest.
Right.
Ecuador, you ever been there?
Not been to Ecuador.
Remind me where Ecuador is.
It's in the northern part of South America.
Northwest coast?
Northwest coast, yeah.
What's near it?
Colombia, I think, is near it, and Mexico, maybe.
Mexico!
Costa Rica, all that kind of area.
it's
Panama.
sort of- yeah.
That sort of
Ecuador.
area, yeah.
What do you do in Ecuador?
Find frogs.
Yeah.
Is it all foresty?
It is very tropical. It's tropical, but you only find these between 1,300 and 1,700 metres, Marty. So they're not
God,
like
it's
on
a
the
narrow
ground.
little band, isn't it?
Yeah.
A 400-metre band where you can find these frogs.
Frogs.
I just think it's amazing that they're discovering new things.
I know.
They also discovered 6 other new species of frog, and they've named this one Philonastes DiCaprioi.
Ah, wow, good name.
After
Leo.
Leo.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
God, the world's an amazing place.
Sure
isn't
is.
it? Thank God for actors, too. Just a good people.
Top 5 at 5.
The Marty Sheargold Show. Triple M.
Weekday afternoons from 3 on Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. Marty, it's a Friday. That means it is time for one of my favourite parts of the show, the socials.
Always lovely to hear from the listeners.
It really is, isn't it?
They contact us predominantly these days through
Insta. At Marty Sheargold Show.
William reads all of your messages.
Yep.
I love the messages.
Does a wonderful job.
Sure do.
Brings them to the table.
Yep. Show and tell sometimes as well.
We do this every day on the podcast.
Yeah, we do.
If you want to hear more of it, get it from the listener app. Be available early evenings, Marty.
Early evenings.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There was a video that went up.
How are the numbers on the podcast?
Numbers are flying. Right. Oh, yeah. If you're not on it, you're not a fan.
Yeah. I'm hearing you.
But also listen live.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
So true.
Just do both if you
We're
can.
right here now, live.
Beautifully said, William.
A video went up on the Instagram. Some great content going up from our mate, Kalen.
Yeah,
And-
Kalen, who's our new digital guy, and I apologise, I thought his name was Galen.
Yeah, you called him that for 2 weeks.
And I've since found out it's Kalen.
Yeah.
Stupid name. But.
I've showed you his website too.
You have.
And the songs that
You
he was...
seem very interested in Galen.
I've never met him. He's in a different state.
I know.
He's doing some
I think
great work.
You might be lucky to be in a different state.
So Kalen's put up a video on the Instagram that's done well of you suggesting that childbirth isn't much of a challenge, and a lot of people were laughing along, taking it in.
There's always a few that are.
There's a few that aren't. But then we also had Ursula, who has an idea, a radio idea. Okay, Marty, time to get him on the childbirth simulation machine to test it out,
Oh,
just to see how hard childbirth
Next level
is.
it.
So we want to next level it. I just wanted your response to that.
No.
It's not happening?
No.
Yeah.
It's not a right of reply, guys. It's my show.
I knew that would be a no.
I'm not. You know who should do that? Tommy. Tommy and Carol.
Carol. This is from Matt. Hey, team. I know you guys have frequent lookalikes that are sent into the show, which we love.
Yeah.
But I may have inadvertently come across a sound-alike with Marty moonlighting as a children's song performer. If this isn't Marty singing Gerald the Giraffe, then fair dinkum, that will do me. So here is the song that Matt has sent in.
All right, here it is.
Gerald the giraffe.
Oh,
yeah. There's a bit of me.
I'm a giraffe. I'm a friendly giraffe.
I hear
and
it.
my neck is 6 feet long.
Yeah, I can hear it.
I
It's
can
way
definitely.
4 legs, 2 horns. I've got a little tail and sticky ears. I'm a giraffe.
Wait this bit.
Yeah!
That's, I can hear you.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Who is that?
We don't know. It's from Little Songs for Little Ones, but I couldn't find any credits on the album. But
Uncredited.
I think Matt's
Wow.
on something. Are you moonlighting? Cost of living crisis.
Good money and kids stuff.
Because he lives. Second
Yeah.
job. This is a question from Lachlan or Teddy. He says, "Hey, Sheargolders, question time.
Yeah.
When the callers get faded out,
Yeah.
does Marty give Troy the nod or does Troy take initiative?"
We do both.
Yeah, I think it's the
Yeah.
answer is a combination.
We
of
do
both.
both.
Yeah,
because we both have an internal clock that starts screaming at us.
Yes. Yeah.
After years of being on air.
It really does, doesn't
where
it?
we're just like, okay.
This has been going too long. And sometimes I give Marty courtesy fingers.
Yeah.
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 Which are lovely. And then he tells me how the time's going.
This is a first-time message
That's why
from
he
Jeff.
calls me the bowling ball. Time to bowl, old 10 pin. First message from who?
Jeff.
Good on you, Jeff.
Come bowling.
He just says, "Wish I lived on this street," and then he said through this street sign that he found.
What's it called?
It's Mount Me Street. So anyway.
Mount Me Street.
Yeah, well done, thanks, Jeff.
That's fun.
And finally from our mate Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo, the voice
how's
of European cricket.
the voice
Yeah.
of European cricket. We love Maximo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
he's given us our team.
he did. This time last week, I announced that we had drawn a team in the Superfan draw of European cricket competition coming up soon.
Yeah.
And then Vinny has since replied. He says, "Hey, Will, I think he might have drawn a bit of a lemon."
Oh, no.
We
Who's
find
our
out.
team?
Malo, Malo from Portugal.
Oh.
We are in the same pool as Roma CC, and apparently they have a guy that has played 170 games for the Sri Lankan national team, including
Jesus.
captaining their T20 international side a few months ago.
Well, he
So-
shouldn't be allowed to play in the European Cricket League.
So unfortunately, Malo might be in a bit of trouble. And he also says,
Hang
fun
on.
fact,
If you have to be, do you have to be?
an amateur?
Well, I was going to say native to that part of the world.
Oh, I'm not sure. I don't
Like
know
if you're
yeah.
in Malo and
Yeah.
they're from Portugal, do you have to be Portuguese?
I don't think that's the case. We've seen some of these players that have rolled through.
So ring-ins are allowed.
I think it's just a club. I think they're clubs.
It's disappointing.
It is disappointing. He also says, fun fact, Malo in Portuguese literally translates as bad. So we've drawn,
Well, you never know.
we've drawn bad cricket
Maybe
club.
Mr. Sri Lanka might miss that game.
Yeah. But then he sent through a piece of content which really made me giggle. It's a piece of European cricket content that I hadn't actually seen. So we see here, as I play it through GST Orcs.
Oh,
Got it
keeper
on.
gets hit in the face.
Yeah.
Batsman runs through.
John Quinn was
Keeper's
taken one
still
on the head.
down.
He's bleeding, unfortunately. I think the
Ball comes
medics
back
are
in.
there
Not nice to see.
They're waving to the
Just to-
stands.
just
With
to sit him
fun.
down.
Just to sit
Keeper's,
him down, yeah.
keeper's got to be
Just sit
60.
down, calm
He's an
down,
old man.
Walking around. Never
He's
nice to
walking
see any
to the
injuries, and that's
sideline
the
with
second
his
one in this series we've
hand
seen where a fielder has
up to
taken
his
the ball.
forehead. And he bumps in to the first aid guy and falls back over. Extraordinary stuff.
Extraordinary
And that's why we love the European
cricket.
Good socials, will you? All right. Keep your messages coming through to us at Insta at Marty Sheargold Show.
Only the echoes of my mind.
The Marty Sheargold Show, Triple M.
Weekday afternoons from 3 o'clock here at Triple M. It's the Marty Sheargold Show.
What's on the back page?
Friday Arvo sporting update. What's going on in the wide world of Will?
Thank you, Troy. The NRL preseason competition continues tonight, very shortly, in fact. The doubleheader out at Leichhardt. We have Manly and Penrith at 6 p.m. Sydney time, and that's followed by Tigers and the Eels. This is exciting for the Eels and the Dragons because they're both still in the hunt for this preseason challenge title, the championship, if they can win this one tonight. That keeps them alive.
What a meaningless title.
You get $100,000.
Oh,
for the
that's
club.
all right.
There you go.
You
That's
take
an
100 grand.
incentive.
I forgot about the 100 grand.
Yeah, that's handy.
But both the Eels and the Dragons, strong performances in that first round, which keeps them alive. And then from an Eels perspective, which you are, Marty, you get to see former Dragon Zach Lomax step out in his first game in Eels colours, as well as the former Shark Jack Williams. So bit to keep your eye on tonight out at Leichhardt.
Interesting to see how the Tigers go too. Not that
Yeah.
I want them to go well.
Yeah.
But God, that club's in turmoil.
Don't they need a bounce?
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what. If ever they needed any win is a win for them. It's a bit
Honestly.
like my boys in the AFL North.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd take anything. I heard the intra-club was amazing. We had a win there.
Unfortunately, they were just playing against North.
Doesn't matter. Still, some of the North boys had a win.
Oh, my God. North boys were dominating
But
all over the park.
they're still on the piss.
Pre-season, it's a time for hope.
They had a mad Monday.
But in the NRL pre-season, the team in the box seat to defend their title is the Broncos as the pre-season challenge champions, which I'm sure they're very excited about, following their 50-12 win against the Titans last week. But superstar Reece Walsh,
Yeah, what's going on with Reece Walsh?
He's hit back at the claims that the Broncos have a bit of a rock star attitude, that their egos are a bit out of check. Of course, we saw some questions raised about the Broncos following that terrible season last year.
Well, they got rid of Kev.
Yeah, got rid of Kev in the
I wouldn't have
off-season.
thought Kev would have put up with much rock star gear.
That's what I would have thought. But then Michael Maguire has obviously stepped in, and then he's quickly banned players from taking their shirts off at training, which was one thing. Apparently, abs are
remember
banned
that.
at Broncos training.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of tanning that seems to go on in elite sport.
Yeah, Michael Maguire has cited a bit of a sponsor issue there, which I'm sure was a factor, but now it's tops on at Broncos training. It's also suggested that players were painting their nails and wearing sunglasses at night, indoors, that kind of thing he wasn't a big fan of.
I know, I agree with him.
That's a bit rock star.
That's very rock star. Men painting their nails. No, that's a lady's thing to do.
But that's what Reece Walsh does.
Well, then he's a lady.
And he turned up to the 23 grand final, hopped off the team bus.
Oh, that's
In
right. He
sunnies.
had his big sunnies on.
So whether Michael Maguire is turning that ship around it remains to be seen. But Walsh appeared on a Channel 9 podcast called Marley and Me with Nine's Marley Silver, and he said a lot of this off-season has been about rockstar this, rockstar that. If you sit down and have a chat to any of us here at the Broncos, the boys would say, and we'd be able to change your mind real quickly about the rockstar attitude. And he says, I love sitting on a ride-on lawnmower on a Sunday with a cowboy hat on and mowing the lawn instead of being at the Pav in Burleigh.
Rockstar.
So I think... But you have the same attitude.
Mate, if you're a lawnmower, you're a friend of mine.
Spot on. So we'll see how they go this week in the NRL as well. A lot of pre-season action coming up.
Bring it on, William.
The Marty Sheargold Show. Triple M.
Weekday afternoons from 3 here at Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show. Follow us on Insta. Just search at Marty Sheargold Show.
5 seconds. Stand by 2.
It's all just a little bit of history.
On tomorrow, today.
Marty, we're starting you off the weekend the proper way with some great little bits and pieces here, some info. It's coming nice and handy.
You know, I was at the kids' basketball on the weekend and almost out of chat. And then I remembered a couple of
facts from last
tomorrow
week.
today.
Did you?
No, but I was chatting with the guy.
Yeah.
Number one song in Australia, 1987.
This one, the Bangles.
Oh, God, this is huge.
Yeah. Would have had a few rotations at Molly's house, I would imagine.
Oh, my God.
That's plays, by the way, rotations.
Walk like an Egyptian.
1907, the first cabs with taxi meters begin operating in London. 1907.
Geez, I love the taxi drivers in London. They know exactly where they're going.
Because it takes years
It does,
to do
doesn't
their
it?
book of knowledge.
Yeah.
They call it. The book of knowledge.
It's like almost like a degree, isn't it?
Well, you have to be able to go to where they ask you to go.
Yes,
Yeah.
without the use of GPS or
GPS probably
maps.
has knocked a bit of the book of
I
knowledge
reckon.
out of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because then that gives you traffic updates. But it's usually like, Piccadilly Circus, I'll take you down Strand. And then,
Yeah, Piccadilly Circus. Yeah, jump in, go.
You'd be
You're
great.
right.
You'd be a great taxi driver.
Right.
You'd be great at the chat.
Yeah. 1928, the first solo flight from England to Australia lands in Darwin. 15 and a half days after takeoff, piloted by Australian aviator Bert Hinckley.
Bert Hinckley.
Oh, the
Yes. And now, with a fairly decent tailwind, you could fly it in 15 and a half hours from London to Darwin.
Jeez, he must have had
Stops.
some nervous moments, Bert.
God,
Yeah. Just have your goggles on.
Oh. Would it have been a biplane?
Oh, I don't know. I would imagine so. Yeah.
Only a week ago, there was a new exhibition in Bundaberg that was that's paying tribute to the Hinkle.
Bert?
That's
Yeah.
his plane there, behind this bloke, I reckon.
was pretty fast for 1928, 15 days.
Look at it.
I mean, you're not shooting over for a long weekend.
No.
1958 Australian swimmer John Conrad sets 6 world records in 2 days.
Wow.
God, he could swim.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
Valet John?
Valet John. 2021.
2021, yeah. Reasonably recently. 25th of April.
He was the Australasian director of L'Oreal.
Was he?
Oh.
Well, so he went on and had an interesting corporate career as well. 1997, Dolly the sheep was first cloned.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, wow.
In Scotland.
Yeah.
2009, Heath Ledger is posthumously awarded Best Supporting Actor at the Academy Awards for his performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight.
He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?" He comes at me with the knife. "Why so serious?" He sticks the blade in my mouth. "Let's put a smile on that face."
What a talent.
Terrible loss.
Yeah.
James Blunt's turning 51.
Oh, is he really?
You're beautiful.
Captain.
And Pebbles Flintstone is turning 62.
There you go. That's tomorrow today. For Feb 22nd.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. They're the modern Stone Age family.
The Marty Sheargold Show, Triple M.
Getting you home this afternoon on Triple M. This is the Marty Sheargold Show, getting you into the weekend, Marty. That time of the week.
It sure
Another
is.
Big week.
Massive week.
Huge week. Plenty on.
Just such a busy week.
And Belinda has put this together for us. Good on you, Belinda.
Thanks, Belinda.
The Marty Sheargold Show.
Add that to my list of stuff to do. Make scones, bring in for tea. Invent nipple tops for coffee cups. Yeah, on the list.
The week that was.
Troy's pointing at his clock. I have to hurry up. Xavier.
His what? His clock.
We noticed that Marty started using a particular word this week.
I mean, I'm starting to riff. I mean, I'm totally riffing now.
I didn't know about
I'm
that.
starting to riff around the edges a little bit, and excuse me if it wasn't the Japanese. I'm riffing a bit. I'm starting to riff a little bit.
Fully
mate.
riffing. Yeah.
I'm fully riffing.
And another.
Some people only have 4 weeks off a year.
That's the standard.
It's
4 to
gross.
5.
Oh, how gross. Such gross language.
Walk the dog, went for a run.
Gross. Your life sucks. Can't imagine having debt all over the...
Oh, lucky you.
Debt's gross.
We had some interesting interactions with our callers.
Where did you fall asleep, Cass?
I'm a dental assisting, and while I was assisting, we were doing a clean and I fell asleep.
Oh, no. You fell asleep.
Yeah.
No sucking to do in that procedure?
The work experience kid sitting next to me was a bit freaked out.
Yeah, of course he was. He's a kid. He's an apprentice. He's probably freaked out by his wages, Dave. Yeah, someone's taken a bit of artistic license with that one.
Thank you, Sean.
Sean loved it. Hello, Dave. What did you realise, Dave?
Just the love of Tupperware.
Oh, Tupperware. Oh, Dave.
Yeah, I didn't realise until,
I know. What is it about?
Pantry just ran out of room and,
the Tupperware took over.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it. What's the most pain you've ever been in, Bear?
The most pain I've been in, I've been stabbed, I've been shot, I've lost a finger.
Yeah.
But the worst pain I've ever had is my tailbone when I broke it.
Oh, yeah. Run me through the getting shot.
Oh, just a friend of mine, gun discharged, and I got shot.
And the stabbing, Bear?
Yeah, that was in a fight.
Yeah, no, I thought it might be.
What about finger? Lost the finger with a steel dog, chain pull down.
Yeah.
On the trucks.
On the trucks.
Oh, gee.
Not as bad as the tailbone.
And the tailbone. How did that happen?
Come off a motorbike.
Oh, Jesus, Bear.
Wow.
Take it easy, mate.
And this, our greatest caller that never was.
Elijah?
Yeah?
How old are you, buddy?
9.
9. Elijah, did you save an animal, mate?
Yeah. So we were just driving along the road and there was a barn owl stunned in the middle of the road, and Dad pulled over and grabbed it and put it in the car.
Yeah.
And then it started flapping wild everywhere, all over the car.
Yeah.
And then it came and gave me a scratch on the leg.
Yeah. That it?
And then...
Oh, no, he's gone.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
It's a good story, mate. Well done. Well told.
And that was the week that was.
Hello, Steve.
G'day, Marty and boys. First time in a long time.
Close.
Ciao for now. Bye.
That's been Triple M's Marty Sheargold Show. Download the full show podcast.